What's up, internet? Vlog time. Uh, I tried a Transit Connect earlier. It was okay to drive, but it shook a lot. And he goes, mechanically, in his ad, he's like, mechanically, it's fine. Um, and then it's shaking. I don't know what's wrong with it. If he didn't fix it himself and he just bought a new vehicle, it's probably freaking busted. Darn. So do I want to get something that's on the way out? I could lowball him a price. Because anybody who wants it will have to drive with it, you know what I mean? I'm going to check out another vehicle at a dealer tomorrow. Yeah, I want to get something that's like exposed metal. I love magnets on my stuff, like these. Put these up there. I don't need to run the car battery to have a light. Just go like that and stick it to the roof. So... also, like, that was good for shows. Like, I could easily put things above me or around me to do lighting. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I like my new clothes. I'm going to give myself a haircut soon. I do like having a big beard. Like this. This is legit. People go, it's for fighting. No. This is for winterization. Yeah, this is for staying really, really... because your neck is a thermal port. Your neck, a lot of blood flows through a very tiny area. And so wind blowing by your neck can dramatically lower your body temperature. And you can beat a lot of, like, cold just with neck support. So yeah, long hair and a beard will keep you really warm. I don't know. Shopping for a car. I could lease something. I have considered getting like a real big boy vehicle, like a brand new one. My problem with that is that I'm going to end up having to buy it. So yeah. How long do they do leases for that? 72 months. It would have to be like double that, I think, for it to be reasonable. Yeah. With 72 months. 6 years? 5 years, something like that. Yeah. Talking about future tech, talking about breeding. You know I would feel a lot better having like a partner and some kids, but the trap comes is when your kids need to have a nice life and you need to keep your partner, and that's one of their squeezes. That's one of their manipulation points. So it's like, avoid that. Were you circumcised as a kid? Did your dad cut pieces off your willy? Or were you given a harem? Did you have a room full of girls who were virgins for some reason and had no one else but you, right? That's what time it is. That's if you're rich or poor. The rich lied about what they were stealing. They made it look like gold wasn't valuable and you shouldn't like material sex, and that's all they cared about. So they had to somehow tell their slaves what was important and then talk them out of having it. So it's like religion is this thing where it gets by on trying to seem like it's just being honest with you, but it's very mercilessly lying to you, and it wants to manipulate you. It doesn't want to give you a chance to escape. So it's like you really can't trust it at all. It's like not very many human trapping schemes worked with let them go. We're going to trap them and maybe let them escape, maybe. 1,000%. We want 100% success rate or we're going to rework it. That's why the phones are so cheap. I think they make you buy it just so you think you've actually purchased it. You know, when you're talking about billions of objects in a very tiny space, you're talking about the ability to hide literally anything. And it would take only the most sophisticated techniques to know it's there. So, I'm very impressed with light lithography using silicone, taking the stones and purifying the stones and then using light to etch them. That's awesome. That's the tech I'm talking about. Um, I'm excited for more electric vehicles. I'm the guy I was actually seeing the vehicle from this morning. I told him I showed him my scooter, and I was like, the whole motor is in the wheel. He's like, oh wow, yeah. There's no motor in a chain. Mm-mm-mm. The motor is in the wheel. The whole wheel is the motor. So that's really efficient. That's extremely efficient. You don't need a drivetrain and a transmission. Win. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, I like electric. I don't think Tesla's it. Tesla's not it because it's not grid liberated, and Tesla isn't it because it's too high tech. Like, you should have a bunch of manual options for stuff. You should have as little part redundancy as possible. Like, all the things you might need to replace should be easy to access and replaceable. This whole idea that the doors open automatically. People have died in a fire because in a sudden shock, they don't know how to open the door, right? So I would rather have something. There's this rule that it's like, how do you avoid getting robbed? Don't have anything worth robbing. Don't have anything anyone would find valuable enough to steal, and they literally won't. So, yeah. Yeah, but he laughed about the cycling idea. Like, people will go buy gas and then go to the gym to run. Why don't you just put a little cycle thing inside your car? You can sit in the seat and pedal for 40 minutes to generate battery. Doing that and solar, I agree with them. Maybe solar doesn't provide enough juice to reliably drive a vehicle like that. You could if it was light enough and went 55. Um, but yeah, you should have a little cycle thing that you can like kick back and forth. It needs stability arms at night. Yeah, definitely something. If you're into campers, you want to get legs so you're not blown around by a storm. I had an opportunity to get a big Triton V10, get this giant bus. I didn't. It seemed like it runs good. The thing about dealers is dealers generally sell better stuff, I think. They take the time to really prepare it and make it roadworthy. So, yeah, I'm going somewhere tomorrow to look at something. I was going to go Friday, but it was too windy. Oh, you got the chemtrails back. I don't believe it's like water vapor like they say. I think they literally, I don't even think it's cloud seeding. I think it's like a really subtle chemical that influences thoughts and behaviors. And they do that to basically ensure a more peaceful population. Like exactly how they treat animals is how they treat us. Cutting you and you're a kid, giving you injections. They say it does one thing. Who really knows? That's why I didn't have kids. I just don't trust them. And I blamed them a lot, but I also blamed the creator. And I was like, the animals all eat each other, guy. The animals have been eating each other for a long time. Are you going to make something nice? I understand it's entertaining from what I want to watch. Do I really want to watch a bunch of entitled beings living their best lives? Or do I want to watch suffering? It looks like he chose B. Looks like he's like, I'm bored. This better be painful. So, don't trust a ghost without a body to take care of body stuff. It just doesn't care. Nobody's going to care about your life the way you do. Nobody. It's a myth that they do. They'll use it to circumcise your kids, that sort of thing. Yeah. Boys hate boys. Boys are traitors to boys over girls in the womb. Absolutely. Even like trans people who used to be men, they're not on a boy's side. Not at all. So, yeah. Yeah, I hope the vehicle tomorrow is fine. You could probably figure out which one I'm looking at given this information, but it spent 20 years in Florida. So the bad news is that means that it's freaking rusted, but it's also extremely cheap with low miles. But the good news could be that the people who had it knew rust was a problem. They took care of it, like lifting it and spraying it and stuff like that. It could have gotten by without rusting. I should get like a portable welder's kit to add like my own makeshift reinforcements to stuff that could offset a lot of repairs. But yeah, I was surprised at the Transit Connect. I measured it with my like floppy ruler. I measured that it had 10 inches of lift, which is really nice. If you're going off road, you need to be off the ground a lot. Um, you can get by on some prepared forest roads, but anywhere that's like really remote, you're gonna need something that's lifted off the ground. So I'm excited though. Being here in this apartment has been so like hard. I'm definitely looking forward to being back in the woods. Um, there's 5G everywhere, man. I hope I'm talking to real people. I've met some people from online, like Sophie Powers and others. Um, you know, I don't think everyone online is fake, but you can't tell allegedly. Allegedly, the AI is so good you don't actually know. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is my vlog. Saw a test drove a vehicle today. It shook. It vibrated a lot. There was an error code for tire pressure. The engine looked good. The whole thing physically looked like it was taken care of. I hope it's not a situation. He said the engine needs new mounts. And he's actually a tiny guy. I believe that was too much for him to do. Um, but if it's not the mounts, if it's like a mechanical problem in the engine, then spending like anything over like $2,000 is getting ripped off. So, and those new vehicles are expensive. Like we're talking like $50,000 at least for a brand new one. Just take all that technical stuff out, man. I hate all the upgrades they put in that. The electric doors, electric windows, electric. It's got a TV screen interface with a computer. You need to go way simpler than that. Where's your vehicle that's electric? It gets power from solar. You know, hand cranks are super powerful. You can generate a lot of electricity with a hand crank. So why not have some bicycle pedals? Why not sit in the front seat and pedal? I look forward to seeing that.